The man injected his wife with a paralyzing drug, then placed her into a bathtub filled with water. However, as time passed, the poison's effect started to wear off. Unsettled, the man decided to increase the dosage. Just as he was about to feed his wife more poison, her face suddenly turned blue. Seeing that his wife had already passed out, the desperate woman had no choice but to try to save herself. She struggled to open the valve with her toes. The water in the bathtub had risen to her chin, and it took a great deal of effort to finally open the drain. However, she was only halfway successful, and the rate of water draining out was far slower than the rate it was filling in. She tried to pull the drain further open, but the chain suddenly snapped. Now she was completely submerged, with her feet floating to the surface. Just when she was ready to give up, at the very last moment, her body's movement accidentally broke the valve open. The water in the bathtub quickly began to drain, and this time, she managed to survive. As the effects of the poison wore off, her limbs began to regain their strength. But when she climbed out of the bathtub, she was shocked to find that her husband was gone. Blood was smeared on the doorframe and the floor. Not knowing if her husband was alive or dead, the woman dragged herself out of the bathroom to call the police. But when she picked up the phone, she discovered the phone line had been cut. Just then, she saw a shadow pass by outside the door. Thinking her husband was chasing after her, she cautiously walked down the stairs. To her horror, she found her husband's body thrown down the stairs by someone. Claire had just discovered that her husband had murdered someone, which was why he had almost silenced her. It turned out that not long ago, Claire and her husband, Roman, had moved into this luxurious villa, thinking it was the beginning of their happy life. But after moving in, strange things began to happen frequently. First, the doors in the house would often open on their own. Initially, Claire thought the door was broken, but upon checking, she found that the locks were fine. Next, the photos she had placed in the cabinet would often fall to the floor for no reason, as if someone was intentionally causing trouble. But there were only 2 people living in the house. Her and her husband. There couldn't possibly be a third person. At night, more strange occurrences took place. Claire noticed that the bathroom door was open and a large amount of steam was coming out. She thought maybe her husband had forgotten to turn off the faucet before leaving, but when she went to turn it off, a ghostly figure suddenly appeared in the bathtub. Claire was so frightened that her soul almost left her body. It was a strange woman she had never seen before, and at that moment, Claire had no idea that the appearance of the ghost would reveal her husband's true nature.